Okay, hello there, everybody. My name is Scoop4545, and welcome back to Trauma Center New Blood. In the last part, we treated 3 patients, and then we found Wilkins and treated him. Now we're gonna do weapon depot. Oh.
This group based in Caucasus calls itself Parnassus. The syndicate was researching stigma under their supervision. Their leader is a man known as Master Vahushti, who, according to our records, has resided in the United States under the name Ray Kerensky.
Ray? You've got to be kidding!
You know him?
He and Cynthia were seeing each other.
This man, Vahushti, is quite famous in the world of medicine. After obtaining a medical license in North Carolina, he and a friend started a business venture, which quickly grew into a major manufacturer of precision instruments and implant devices. That company is Columba and Cornix, a subsidiary of the Humani Corporation.
So Professor Kerensky is Master Vahushti. He provided me with advice regarding Elena's transplant operation. That bastard.
Excuse me. My name is Hans Nilsson, and I'd like to make a statement on behalf of Humani. Neither our company nor Columba and Cornix has supported the Syndicate in any way. In fact, it's quite the contrary. We, too, have become victims of their scheme.
Please save the explanation for later. We need to evaluate our current situation. Now, we've learned that an individual named Cynthia Kazakov has ties to Vahushti.
She worked here at Caduceus for a while. She was directly involved with the stigma research.
And Mr. Marshall, according to a different report, Cynthia was a member of a secret research team for the U.S. Army and Humani. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I've been informed.
How far has the military's research progressed?
I cannot make any comments on that, except I've been informed that no research was conducted exploring military uses of stigma.
Cynthia, how many people were you spying on?
She had the trust of Kidman, Caduceus, and the U.S. Army. We should assume that most, if not all, of the research data is now in Parnassus's hands. And I'm told that their level of activity has increased as of late. Dr. Stiles of Caduceus, Japan, who was dispatched to Caucasus, will now give us the details.
Remember when I said that Trauma Center Second Opinion, Japanese version, said it was based in Japan, while the US said he was based in the US? This confirms that the Japanese version is the correct version. Dr. Stiles is of Japan, Caduceus.
I'm sure you all know, but he's the doctor responsible for saving the world from guilt.
Hello everyone. I'd like to take a moment to update you on the current status of Caucasus. While I was there, I treated a number of patients who'd been infected with stigma. Similarly, the US branch has dealt with a variety of cases as indicated in their report. But the true problem is this organization called Parnassus, mentioned earlier. The local police are investigating the matter, with the assistance of the Russian army.
The United States will be providing support as well in order to crush Parnassus. We will be supplying both instruments and medicine, in addition to dispatching doctors from Caduceus.
I believe that's a very wise decision.
I've already volunteered you two. I hope you have no objections.
I'll go and put an end to this.
I'd like to know the truth. I was friends with Cynthia, after all.
This is Angie Thompson. She assists me with my operations. She accompanied me to Caucasus and helped to analyze stigma at the scene.
The research data provided by everyone was quite useful, but the stigma are showing signs of change. Unfortunately, they're not evolving to our advantage.
Could you be more specific?
They're beginning to multiply without the existence of colurium, and if they're doing that, then they're becoming much more infectious.
So then, someone's still researching and refining them.
The nature of these infectious strains of stigma changes as it spreads from host to host. However, there's a limit to the number of times a strain can undergo this change. They're planning to utilize this unique characteristic to their advantage by spreading stigma over a limited period of time and then allowing the pathogen to die out naturally.
So they're trying to tame the devil, huh? What a dangerous plan.
Its completion is drawing near. We don't have much time to lose.
On orders from Caduceus, we'll be going to investigate where these weapons will be heading to. We'll leave Caucasus to you guys.
Director Quattro has more detailed research data. It should aid you in your investigation of Caucasus.
Thank you. That's very reassuring.
These missions will be dangerous, but I know we'll all see each other again.
There's so much I'd like to ask a master surgeon like yourself, but let's wait until this is all over.
Yeah, when that time comes, we'll talk about the future of medicine.
Wee.
Dr. Vaughn, the police have stormed in.
All right, Elena, head to the back.
How can they use that old castle as their base? Have they no respect for history?
Nobody would ever guess that a terrible disease lurks inside.
I guess they were trying to impress their buyers. Well, if this really is their storehouse, then it should be filled with weapons. At any rate, storming this castle will be no easy task.
We have an emergency. The enemy's used a chemical weapon. A few officers have been hit.
Do we know what type of substance it is?
It appears to be a blister agent.
We need to treat them immediately. Elena, clean the patients and bring them into the operation tent.
Yes, Doctor.
They even had chemical weapons?
Doctor, we've received word that the analysis team is unable to determine what type of gas it is.
They don't know what it is? Is it some new kind of agent?
What should we do? We can't deal with an unknown chemical.
Wait. The patient's symptoms include those from existing poisonous gases. It's like the effects of multiple types of poisonous gases are appearing at once.
So it's a compound of known agents.
We do have antidotes for each of the different conditions. Let's treat each condition as it arises. That's all we can do for now.
But the antidotes are powerful medicines on their own. If we inject too much into the patient, it'll...
Let's use a sedative along with it. If we sedate the affected area first, we can minimize the amount of antidote we use.
But we won't be able to see where the affected areas are when they're sedated.
Then it's up to us to remember it.
Understood. I'll prep the antidotes. Please get ready, doctors.
I believe this is matching colors again. I don't see a difference, so I'm gonna use Val for now.
We'll save him. Let's start the operation.
Doctor, the antidote kit is ready. I've also injected a coloring agent into the patient as well. The affected areas should now have visibly different colors. Inject the antidotes into the areas with the same color. Well, please open him up. Memorize the color and locations of the inflammations. Once you have them memorized, inject the sedative. The inflammations have been sedated. Please continue using the antidotes on the inflammations with the same color as the medicine. The inflammations seem to have been reduced, but the numbers are still high.
That means that more of them will appear soon.
More inflammations are appearing.
Blue, yellow. Color matching, my favorite color. Oh, this one takes a lot.
Are there any signs of inflammation?
They're still high.
There are more
Blue,
inflammations.
blue, red, blue. Oh, fuck. That was a mistake.
Does it look like we'll see any more inflammations?
We can't let our guard down yet.
More.
Oh.
All signs of inflammation have disappeared. His numbers are back to normal.
It should be all right now. Let's start closing up.
I made a mistake. I accidentally
Please
put one
close
by
him up.
accident.
Send the data from the operation to the analysis team.
Understood. I think they'll be able to create a specific antidote using this data.
I hope so. I never want to perform an operation like this again.
Probably no misses. Time limit and max chain. Let's see, damn it.
Dr. Blaylock! The police have located Cynthia.
So she is here. I don't know what happened to you, Cynthia, but there's no way I can forgive you for what you've done.
"7-5, Lady of the Castle." Here we go.
I don't hear that many gunshots anymore. The operation must be drawing to a close.
No new injuries have been reported either.
It looks to me like we have the upper hand.
Maybe so. But if we back them into a corner, who knows what they might do?
Cynthia.
Doctor, they've taken Cynthia into custody.
They have?
Where is she? I want to see her. I've been waiting to talk to you, Cynthia.
I never would have imagined that you were a spy. You were a big help to us at Caduceus, or so I thought.
Did you do it for Ray? Or was it your own decision?
You don't know anything about him, Val.
Apparently not. But I'm not interested in the aspirations of an arms dealer.
Calm down, Val. If you don't mind, Cynthia, will you tell us about him?
He was born and raised here, in this miserable land torn apart by civil war. He went to Russia and then to the United States in order to become a doctor. He realized his dream and started a medical company. But when he returned to his homeland to offer his assistance, he found only betrayal.
What happened?
The army tried to assassinate him while he was working at a refugee camp. He had devoted his life to saving the country, and that was how they repaid him. Goodwill was an unwanted guest.
Unfortunately, that's a reality for countries in turmoil.
He had always been an advocate of reconciliation, but from then on, his thoughts became more radical. There is a legend among these people. They believe that long ago, a great flood destroyed mankind, save one family that landed here. As a member of the chosen people, he's allowed his pride to corrupt him. The forces of destruction are still weak, he said, and he began to yearn for greater power, regardless of whether it was good or evil.
That's how he became involved with arms trade and Stigma.
Yes, he sold his soul to the devil, and he received Stigma from Professor Wilkins, with whom he was acquainted.
You worked so hard at Caduceus to save people's lives. Was that all a lie?
I honestly don't know. Although, I can say that I don't think the same as he does. For a time I believed that I could change him, but his madness only grew stronger. After I left Caduceus, I came here to try and dissuade him from his plan. But shortly after I arrived, he put a shackle around my heart.
What?
See the scar on my chest, Val? He implanted a pump unit designed to terminate my life. He has the ability to kill me by remote control whenever he wishes. And so, I am bound to this castle.
But that's not what it's meant for. It's to save people like myself. This is horrible.
If that's what's keeping you here, Cynthia, then let's remove it.
I doubt that's possible, Val.
We'll make it possible. But you have to trust us.
There's still hope. What do you say?
I'm sorry, Val. I'm sorry for everything. This is the implant he placed inside me. The image is a CAT scan that he took. And even further inside is the special chip he installed.
It's pretty deep inside. Removing it won't be easy. Won't he find out what we're up to during the operation from your vital signs? What if he activates the chip while we're operating?
That's not going to happen. He's at a college in Caucasus, in his own personal ark. He doesn't know anything about what's going on here.
Even though he left you here?
That's why he left me here. He has no interest in me anymore.
Cynthia, I'm going to save you. I swear it.
Thank you. You're the only one that never changes.
Marcus is here in touch with you better, but I'm going to use Val because besties.
Cynthia, I'll break these chains around your heart.
Well, let's all do our best. We'll be operating on her heart, so please be very careful while performing this procedure.
Where is the pump unit located?
It's in the atrium. Let's take a look inside.
Is this the same kind of implant I have? If that's true, Then we can remove all the control chips to completely shut it off. First, one of the control chips has stopped functioning. Use the scalpel to remove it. The chip has been cut off. It's hemorrhaging. Treat it. An irregularity on EKG. Doctor, please be careful. Her heart is fibrillating. Stop the treatment for a moment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. That's the first. That's the second one. Another irregularity on the EKG. Please, the implant has been separated. Let's remove. Thankfully, her heart didn't begin fibrillating. This is the chip that's keeping her here. The chip is implanted directly into the heart. Dear God, we should carefully peel this off little by little instead of ripping it off all at once. First, we need to disable the chip. Use the laser on the chip to burn it. Another irregularity on the EKG. Please watch out, Doctor. Fibrillation has occurred. Please suspend the treatment.
And yep.
She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until the chip. This is similar to the control chips. Begin the removal process with a scalpel. Next, make it now. What? This can't be. The chip rebooted itself. We can't remove it like this. Disable it again with a laser. Another irregularity. The chip's been disabled. We can almost, Doctor. Next, the chip rebooted again. Fibrillation has occurred. Please suspend the treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all over.
Let's detach it with the scalpel before it reboots.
The chip has been detached. Use the forceps.
The extraction has been completed. That should do it.
Don't start celebrating yet. We're only halfway done.
We need to replace the pump implant that we removed earlier. I'll get the implant ready. Please keep an eye on the EKG. Another irregularity on the EKG. The pump is next. We'll attach the control chips. Fibrillation has occurred. Please suspend the treatment. She's undergoing cardiac arrest. Massage the heart, quickly. We have a pulse. We can't relax until it's all. The first control chip is in. 3 more to go. There are still wounds left. The pump has begun functioning again.
All right, let's close the atrium.
Vitals are stable.
Like I said,
Her heart is also remaining in stable condition.
Marcus is here in touch with better because Valve's literally do nothing. So yeah, if you're having trouble with having the chip reactivate as you're trying to cut, then Marcus is here in touch with be better.
It seems like she'll be alright.
I just wanted to use Valve because, like I said, they are besties.
Well then, let's start closing her up.
Please close her up.
You stick the moon, stick the bed, stick the bed again, and stick. Oh, no.
Operation complete. The same tools, the same machine. It can be used for both good and evil. It all depends on the intent of the person who uses it. Great work, Doctor.
Oh, hey, I got everything. Nice. Oh, yeah, it's an S.
It's over, Cynthia. We did it.
I'm so glad we could save her.
You know, that's been our goal all along. To save people's lives and rid the world of illness.
You've already made up your mind, haven't you, Marcus?
Yeah, let's end this once and for all. It's time to confront this Master Vahushti.
Master Visuki. Here we go. Whee!
All right, here goes.
This is Vahushti's room?
It's very quiet.
Bahushti! Where are you?
Who disturbs the serenity of my laboratory? I see you're different from those ill-mannered police. You are welcome here then, but how did you learn of this place?
Do you remember me, Ray? It's me, Valerie Blaylock, Cynthia's friend. She's the one who told us where to find you. And yes, we removed your wicked device from her.
I see. You're Cynthia's friend. That's all the more reason to welcome you.
Do you remember Professor Wilkins, Bahushti? I'm Marcus Vaughn, his associate. Does the name ring a bell?
So, you're Dr. Vaughn. Welcome, Father of Stigma. It's an honor to meet you. Even if it was by mere chance, your discovery is of great significance.
You've got it all wrong. I'm not its father. I came here to eradicate it.
What an ignorant decision. Your sense of duty as a doctor has blinded you to the possibility of life. What is needed in this world, which long ago reached maturity and began to rot away, is stigma. The power to create new life. Rejoice that you are chosen to take part in this momentous occasion.
I knew you weren't normal. You've completely lost it.
What happened to you, Ray? You were a good doctor before, but now you're just a ruthless murderer.
Have you not yet tired of the meaningless praise you receive for saving people's lives? Open your eyes. The true nature of life is endless conflict. This is the path that mankind must walk. How can you not see it?
It's over now. Your Parnassus is gone.
My power remains undiminished because my body itself is the Ark. I am the vessel that holds the new form of life.
You're infected with stigma?
He's no longer capable of judging right from wrong.
Infected? No. We are in symbiosis. Together with Stigma, I will survive through the end of an age, as did my ancestors.
Elena, get the anesthetic.
Yes, Doctor.
Marcus, don't tell me you plan to operate on him.
I see edema on his body. The infection must be in the advanced stages. We can't allow this strain of stigma to leave here. We must confront it to learn the truth.
New strain of stigma, you know the drill from Thomas and the Second Opinion. It's the final one that you have to face. Marcus, is the touch will be better?
I've contacted Caduceus. We've sent them the research data we found as well.
I've taken a look through the data. This is one troublesome stigma. He's named it Cardia. Could it have been named that because that's where it attaches itself? It means heart.
The heart.
Since there are stigma that can cause secondary infections, we can't ignore any types of stigma. We can only predict what may be triggered by the death of its host. But we should prepare for the worst.
I won't let that happen.
We have to completely remove all traces of Cardia from the heart.
Can all of you hear me?
Director!
Caduceus will do everything in its power to exterminate Cardia. No, all stigma, everywhere. I'm sending staff to prevent secondary casualties through infections to you immediately.
Hi, Elena. We have a large number of skilled nurses ready to go, too.
You don't have enough equipment there, right? We'll prepare some for you as well. All you need to do is concentrate on your operation, just like any other procedure.
Dr. Everett, stop chit-chatting with them and prepare the equipment for transport. Everyone.
How encouraging.
Yes. We're not the only ones here fighting. Doctor, I'll do my best as well. Let's put an end to stigma.
Marcus, the touch will be better for this, and since he's the father, he needs to eradicate
I
it.
don't regret the decisions I've made. I will eliminate stigma.
So of course,
Okay.
final
Let's
operation
begin
is
the
on.
operation to remove the
What a
Cardia
surprise.
stigma. What on earth is this?
So, this is Cardia. Do not let him touch this. Now you want to antibiotic gel it, cut it off, but if he's there as you try to remove it, it will cause the virus to go down.
A membrane. It's completely covering the area.
That thing on top must be the core.
The core moves on its own, covered in an outer shell. On it right now, we have little information about the core itself. Please let me see what happens when the membrane covering the area has been removed. First, apply antibiotic gel to the membrane to soften it.
Yep.
After that, make an incision with the scalpel and
A section of the membrane.
There seems to be no problem with this method. Please continue extracting the membrane.
Good job, huh?
As you can see, I'm cutting a lot off, and I can remove
How did it get over there
all
so
of that.
fast?
Like I said, you do not want
The
that
membrane
one.
extraction is proceeding smoothly.
You don't want him to actually go on the place that you're about to remove because it will cause damage.
The membrane has been completely extracted.
Then, as soon as you do that, 2 more.
These numbers, they're good. The core seems to be under a great deal of stress. Please continue the membrane extraction procedure.
This is a battle of endurance.
Oh,
We can't
fuck.
lose. The membrane has been completely removed.
1 more to go, I believe.
Again? Just a little more. We did it.
There we go.
Extraction
That should be all of
complete.
them.
The outer shell came off.
Yep.
The core's out in the open now.
It's an old method, but incinerating it with the laser is our best option.
Yep.
We'll finish it with this.
Cardia discharged something. Use the forceps to remove it.
Yeah, do not let that beam attack.
It's working. Keep it up. Watch its movements. Please, hurry and suture the lacerations. Cardia's making some kind of ripple. Amazing! Just a little more, Doctor. Don't worry. I believe in your suturing skills. Did we do it? No! There's so many! No! Stop!
The vitals!
I was hoping. Nope. We'll see you guys when I get back
Stop
there.
the operation. Please, wait for backup.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, if you let that happen, it will lower the patient's overall vitals, I believe.
The vitals!
Come on, suture! I'm not taking the suture apparently. Can't seem to get in touch. We'll be right back. Oh, finally. Fuck this game. You had to use the touch for that one.
We're finished.
Oh my god. This took fucking forever.
Is it over?
My hands are shaking. Oh my god. I don't know what I missed because I did use the skip because I had to do this a few times. But finally I'm done.
Doctor.
This is, I believe, one of the hardest in all the Trauma Center games. Fucking see. I would take it either way.
You rid my body of the last stigma.
Yes. Consider it your atonement.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to atone for what I've done.
Marcus, he seems different than before.
Stigma is an antagonist for malignant diencephalic sclerosis. It has protected my brain until now. Without it, I won't survive for long.
You use stigma to treat a diencephalic disorder?
Wait, but then the change in his behavior, could it have been induced? Could he be suffering from delirium as a side effect?
It's getting hard to breathe. I let my anger take control of me. I was weak, and I lost myself. My regret is too much to bear.
I'm sure you saved countless lives over the years. But that doesn't give you the right to take away even a single life.
Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock, thank you. You saved me. I was able to repent before my death.
He's gone.
Doctor.
It's finally over.
That's something. And now it's time for epilogue.
The threat of stigma, which brought fear to the entire world, was eliminated with the dismantling of the criminal organization Parnassus. Caduceus's international network was integral to the operation, providing treatment and taking preventative measures in a number of countries. Because of their efforts, the disease was successfully contained, and the crisis caused by man's divisiveness was brought to an end through cooperation.
How can you decline? It's an invitation from the President himself. He wants to recognize you all for your efforts in fighting stigma.
I tried to persuade them, but their answer was still no. I'll prepare an official statement if you like.
I just don't understand. It's such an honor.
They've gone through some painful experiences. An occasion such as this would only reopen the wounds. What they need right now is to be with the patients they've treated, to see their smiling faces.
Our top priority is the analysis of Vahusti's data on stigma. I have to admit, though, I'm not exactly looking forward to it. However, it's of tremendous importance to pathology and pharmacology.
True. But it's hard not to think about Cynthia at a time like this. It would be the perfect opportunity for her to undo some of the damage she's done.
I like to believe that while she was here, she focused on helping people. I just can't bring myself to think otherwise.
Well, our purpose here at Caduceus is to save lives. I'm sure that's where her heart was while she was with us.
Dr. Everett, why don't we call it a day and get some dinner? You too, Robert, if you have the time.
Whoa, this is a rare occasion. Sure, why not?
All right, Elena. See you tomorrow. Bye, Leslie. Looks like that's it for today.
The director assigned us so many patients, we didn't even have time for a break. Are you ready to head out, Marcus?
Not quite. I need to finish this up first. By the way, Val, I'll be out the day after tomorrow. I'm going to see Professor Wilkins.
Is it about restoring his memory? Mind if I tag along?
No, not at all.
Then I'll inform the director. You weren't planning on leaving me behind, were you? I am a member of the Special Disease Counteraction Team.
Elena.
All right, you two. Let's go get some fresh air.
You know, Looking at the city like this, it almost seems like nothing ever happened.
Do you have any regrets, Elena? You know, if you hadn't followed me to Alaska, you wouldn't have had to go through the whole ordeal.
I don't have a single regret, Dr. Vaughn.
All those sparkling lights, each one is a patient, and they're counting on us to take good care of them.
Stigma is gone, but who knows what's in store for us next.
I'll never quit being a doctor, Marcus. No matter what happens. No matter how hard it may seem at times, or how much danger I have to face. For the sake of those patients that only I can help.
I feel the same way. I'll be counting on you.
And I'll be counting on you.
And that's the end of Trauma Center New Blood. Of course, there's some after credits operations, whatever we call it, in this disease section. But I'm not gonna do that, of course. What's next? Well, I enjoyed the game. The final operation for Cardia was the hardest. I'm surprised I was able to do it. And yeah, it's a fun game. I didn't have to read. Easy to edit as well, looks like. Well, besides the final part. There would be a lot of failed attempts in there before. My next project, I don't know. Let me see it in the update there too, what I'm doing next. I don't know when this is coming out. But I actually will be doing Trauma Team as well. But not after this. Just in the near future or sometime in the future. I will be doing Trauma Team. But I will see you guys after credits. So yeah. Okay, so what's after Trauma Center? New Blood. Of course, there's A challenge 4, and then there's the X. I'll not be doing that. Of course, you can do the challenges as well, but I'm not going to. I will not be doing this, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next project, whenever that is, or whatever I'm doing. Goodbye.